Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a great morning and a great trading session. The market is sucky, but we're here. I did take one trade. I lost it clearly, and I actually wasn't supposed to be in that trade, so technically I should be 30 minutes into the session with no trades. So this is a Monday with no news, really, so it's kind of expected. I feel like Mondays and Fridays with no news produce markets like this. It's Tuesday through Thursday, it's like it doesn't really matter, but Mondays and Fridays for sure. The overnight range was 23 points, and we've basically been at or near the levels for the most part. Let's see. The market opened like right here. Pushed into the overnight range, came out, pushed back in, came out, pushed back in. And now we're here. So, yeah. I need to decide. Take a $1,400. Good morning, trenches. How are you? Very slow morning. One trade lost. Not supposed to be in. I basically forgot that if I go back, The pattern that I look for on this particular trade, if it's not exactly how I want it to be, but it like the entry bar wicks off of the VWAP, or the VWAP can go through the body, I can still take it. But this one didn't just wick, like it rotated, meaning, you know, this bar touched the VWAP and this one. So when it does this, the pattern I'm looking for has to be exact. If this was somewhere up here and it just came down and wick through, then I would have been fine. Plus, I didn't have time to cancel it because I actually saw that the seller pressure came in like while my pending order was still there. So before I could cancel it, I got filled and it immediately went against me. Like there was no time to even click the break even button. But that's my fault because I was supposed to be in it anyway. So, but we're here. So we have the 2 fresh 50Ks. And then the 25K we started last Monday. I'm almost at the point where if there's no news on a Monday or a Friday, I just don't want to trade. Because it's so trash. All right, let me go get water. Getting whipped around 20 points in every 5-minute candle, but I'm small green about 144 on one eval. That's all I traded. Okay, you're still green. Like I said last week, if you could be green or even break even on days like this, you are good to go. Good to go. I really need to spend today, which I probably won't do because one of my best friends, we game together and he's off work today. So I know as soon as probably before I even get off the charts, he's probably gonna call me and remind me that we're about to play the game today. So, but I really need to start working on my tax stuff. I'm just not inspired. My stupid self, I have QuickBooks. I've had QuickBooks for years. And every year, I wait until the following year around this time. Sometimes I wait all the way until like March to start going through the freaking transactions. Like, what are you doing? I told myself I was going to start doing it at the end of the month. Like, all right, at the end of every month, just go through the transactions. But I probably honestly need to start doing it at the end of every week. Like, probably I don't want to say Friday. Because what if I'm traveling that day? I need to pick a day every week where as soon as I get off the charts and I write in my trading journal and stuff, I need to just go through all my transactions for the previous week. And the thing is, for last year's taxes, I had so many different, I had quite a few different like bank accounts and stuff because I had my business open and things like that. But the good thing is, since I did have the one business account, all I'm really doing is just categorizing the expenses from that, because literally everything was a business expense. And same thing for my other business account. But see, my other business account, there's a lot I have to go through, but that one is kind of cool because literally everything is pretty much categorized as inventory, I guess you could say. Since that's like an e-commerce business. And then just going through like my personal credit card, because there's other little stuff that I'll buy on my personal card, like if it's anything so I bought a couple of things that I needed for YouTube, things like that. So yeah, but I don't feel like doing that. Going through 12 months of data is, so what I'm probably gonna do is like 2 days or 2 months per day for the next almost week, and then I should be done. Hopefully. I don't know if I can commit to that, but I'm gonna try. Especially since I'm not doing daily update videos anymore. I switched it to, I'm gonna do weekly updates. So yeah, we'll see. Notice it's an inside day on the daily. Yeah, I do notice that I have a daily chart over here. However, not all the time when it's an inside day do I have like a lack of entries like this. Not all the time. Lately it's been that way. Mainly because even, with it being an inside day, it's just the volatility is nothing. But yeah, I do have a daily chart open though. You're correct. PlayStation, Trenches, do not disrespect me like that. Real gamers play Xbox. You should know that, sir. But yeah, I'm on Xbox. I've actually been a gamer since I was a child. Like, I've had almost every game system since Nintendo. I didn't have a Nintendo 64 or a GameCube or the original Xbox. I'm pretty sure every other gaming system I've had. I stopped caring about PlayStation after the PS2, but I did have a 3 and a 4. Definitely not a 5, because no. But yeah, I've had, even with like the handheld games, I had the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I pretty much stopped at the Game Boy Advance though, because I'm not really a handheld person. Like, I need a full-blown controller in my hand. But I started playing like online and competitively and stuff when I got my Xbox 360, which was when I was probably like 19. I actually still have friends who I met when I was like 19, anywhere from 19 to 21 on Xbox. We're still friends to this day, still talk every week. One of them, one of my best friends that I game with, I play with him pretty much every day almost. Or every day that I get on the game, we're playing together for sure. But yeah, I'm about to start getting back into Apex. since they have a new season coming out. Season 20 comes out tomorrow. I have not really played Apex since season 17, which ended August 8th. So it's been 4 months. There was a couple of times we got on when they introduced that 3-strike mode, which was pretty cool. But funny enough, last month some random guy messages me on Xbox like, hey, I wanted to know if you would be willing to play with me and my friend competitively in tournaments and da 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 da. And I'm like, I haven't really played Apex in 4 months. And he's like, oh, well, and I said, yeah, I said that. And he was like, oh, well, I didn't know because I saw you on the leaderboards. I said, yeah, I'm sure I'm on the leaderboards, but I haven't played in 4 months because I'm on the leaderboards for the character, the legend that I use, which was the second to last character they came out with. And so I was like, yeah, my sister did just show me earlier this week that I was still top 100 in the world across all platforms. He's like, oh, well, you're top 10 or top 30 on Xbox. And I said, oh, well, yeah, sorry, can't help you. I don't play the game anymore. But it's pretty cool to be able to take that much time off and still be top 30 on Xbox across everyone who uses that legend. It's pretty dope. Especially because I didn't really use her until the second season that she was out. So, because my friend used her the first season she was out. But yeah, gaming is my stress reliever. The fact that we are almost an hour in and I should have 0 trades right now. It's insane. And I think when I look, there's really no significant, let me see something. Because I always write down all the news events at the beginning of the week. Yeah, well, we got CPI tomorrow morning, but you know, I'm not on the charts that early. So the first time we have news, like while I'm in session, is Wednesday, and that's crude oil, so that does nothing. The only high or medium impact news event I have while I'm trading this week is on Friday. So yeah, kind of whack, just a bit. Oh, is it not there anymore? It's not. Where did it go? When I was 12, my uncle 360 got the red ring of death. I'm like, I should have got a place. You know what? I've had the red ring of death, I feel like once. But then when they came out with the, there's the version, I think I had the white. Did I have the white? I had to have had the white one. I think that one got the red ring of death. And then I had got the red, Resident Evil. Was it Resident Evil? I feel like it was the Resident Evil edition. That one I never got the red ring of death, but there was a couple of times where the adapter turned red and I was like, no. But it was simple fix, just unhook everything and hook it back up. Man, that red ring of death is, whoo, baby, you don't want that to pop up. Good morning, Granny. Them in their blocks. Yes. I will say, so on PlayStation, one of my favorite games to play, and this is not a popular game that a lot of people know of, but it was a game called State of Emergency. I don't know why, but that was one of my favorite games to play. But I had a lot of PlayStation games. Like I used to play Saints Row. I never really was a GTA fan at all. Still to this day, I do not like GTA. That's just personal preference. But I did. I had the Streets of LA game. I think That was the one that Snoop Dogg was on, if I'm not mistaken. But I used to play a lot of different games. A lot of different games. I would say on Dreamcast, what was that game? I think it was SSX Tricky. And what else? Probably Ready to Rumble. I did also have like a WWF game on PlayStation and the Rugrats game. That also was one of my favorites. Of course, I was way young, but back then I used to play Madden a lot. I wasn't really into Live and 2K like that. I did have the first 2K on Dreamcast with AI on the cover. I still have it to this day. Now I don't really play football. My favorite football game was the 2K football game. I loved that game. My favorite baseball game was Slugfest. Because who doesn't like going to beat up the pitcher when he hits you with the ball? I just got back into 2K the day after Black Friday. I hadn't played in 3 years. And as soon as I loaded that game up, I had like 20 messages. Oh my God, you back on 2K? Yo, send me an invite. Yo, what kind of player did you make? Like, damn, I didn't even load the game all the way. But I'm heavy into 2K now. Well, again, so I was heavy in it in 2K21. I think I started playing it on Xbox with 2K12. No, 2K9. I had a 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 21, and now 24. We made him get a PS2 the same day. Look, I am a firm believer that not necessarily Microsoft has been okay for me, but Apple products, I feel like they purposely do things at a certain period of time to make you buy things again. Microsoft, not so much. I feel like most of my friends, we all got the red ring of death probably in the earlier versions of the Xboxes. But I feel like ever since the Resident Evil version came out, I don't think I've heard anybody have the red ring of death, though. One thing I am glad that they got rid of was the Xbox One. I think it was the Xbox One, where it's like the little touch sensor to turn it on and off. Because why would you even do that? You know, people have kids. I've had friends where we in the middle of games and their pet walks by and the tail wags and hits it like... I just think that was so stupid, and I don't think anybody really even thought about how dumb that was. But I love Xbox. I don't think I'll ever go back to PlayStation. The one thing I do hate is a lot of my PlayStation games. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I would probably say like 30% of my PlayStation games are the ones with the blue instead of the silver CD. So a lot of those I noticed don't work that well to this day, but the ones that just have the regular silver type of CD backing or whatever, or I guess that would be the front part, those read very well still to this day. The only game system I have that does not work is my Dreamcast, and that's because we had a Mad Catz controller that always killed it, and instead of my mother throwing it away, she would trust my cousins to just not use it. So the last time we had a like game day, this was so many years ago, one of my cousins plugged it up and that was that. It died. I don't know what it was about Mad Catz controllers, but they always killed my Dreamcast. Probably one day I'm gonna buy another one. We have one of those gaming stores around here. I forget the name of it, but they have a lot of old systems. My Sega still works to this day. All right, let me see. Creating a double top. The biggest thing for me is even without having a daily chart open, I could just tell that it just wasn't going to be much because anytime we continue to come back and forth into the overnight range, I just know it's not going to be great. Like when you look, every single swing for the most part that came outside of it, even here, market open, we were trading pretty far below it. We hit my major resistance level, boom, go back into it. We tried here to stay below, but the VWAP couldn't hold it, boom, go back in. I mean, every single swing has gone back into it. This swing was pretty far down. What is that? We came 20 points down below it. Next swing up, go right back in. So it's really easy for me to see it, even without looking at other charts, because I am not someone who looks at a whole bunch of different charts and different instruments and correlations and no. Because even with it being, whether it's an inside day or outside, like it doesn't matter what kind of bar is on the daily, I'm still going to trade it the same way. No matter what. I told y'all my best friend was going to call me. Hello? Hi there. How are you? At 12 o'clock your time? Because I've only taken one trade today, and I'm not doing the video every day anymore that I have to record. So yeah, it won't take me nothing but maybe 5 minutes to write in my trade journal, and then I'm in there. You about to get on right now? You about to get on right now? So why would you do the weekly challenge without me? You don't think I want blue coins? What does that mean? I'm confuzzled. Don't worry, you're gonna redo it because I want my 350 coins too. Well, well, I'll be on in about an hour and a half. Okay, I'll hit you. Okay, bye. At least if we could trade like right in here, well, depending on how things look, I would be able to trade, but for as long as we keep coming back out and like selling at the overnight low, I can't take those sales, so it does me no good. Where is the session high? Oh, right above the overnight high. It's like 7 points above it. Okay. Who tagged me? Why did you say K thanks to then repeat the question? Because people are crazy. Okay. See if we could push through this VWAP. What I would really love to see if we just push through up at the top. You trying to get my Super Nintendo from my mama house, but we not talking right now. Break in. No, I'm just kidding. No, I feel you. I have a great relationship with my mom, but I don't speak to my dad. I haven't spoken to him in years. He tries to text every holiday, but he's been getting ignored for a couple of years at this point. And it will stay that way. One day, I'm gonna not ignore his message. He's not gonna like my response, but it's warranted. I did tell my bonus dad, which is one of his friends that's been in my life since I was 2. I told him, I say, you know, one day I'm gonna sit down with him and you're gonna be there to be the moderator and the mediator, because it's always been your role. He doesn't want to be in the middle of it, but it's just some stuff I have to get off my chest. It will not be an attempt to reconcile or anything. It's just some stuff that I want to get off my chest before either of us leave this earth. And I'm going to make sure I do that. But having a strained or estranged relationship with the parents, I get it. Mine actually was in my life every day of my life for the first 30 years. And then I realized it was not serving me in any capacity. So you gotta go. Alright, so what I want to see. Yeah, it's just too many levels in this tight range. Like in this range, right? I have a resistance level there. We got the VWAP. There's the prior close there. Here's my minor and major levels. Those are there, so those are really tight together. There's another VWAP level in there. The VWAP is only 10 points away from each other. The last time we had a day like this, they were 15 points away. Now they're 10. I can't really take this buy because my overall bias is a downtrend and this trade is kind of just like loose basically. Meaning besides the VWAP, it's not touching any other level to really support it. And then there's the seller pressure there. Let's see what happens. I can't get into the sell because of the VWAP. Be rotating over the VWAP, which I can't get into on divergence trades, so we sit again. Let me check on my babies because they're a little quiet. They're playing with blocks, but I gotta make sure that they're good. Be right back. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did change my ATM settings. 22. Wait, what did I change it to? 22, that's 20. So it needs to say. Oh, so it just needs to. Yeah, I definitely changed my ATM settings. I forgot to tell y'all. Because what I noticed was quite frequently, price will hit my auto break even level, which was 20 ticks in profit, come back, stop me out at break even, and then go straight where I wanted it to go. So, and it looks like this trade would have broken even still. So when I went through and I looked, let me see. Yeah, that trade would have broken even. So when I looked, most of the time when the trade did not go at least 22 ticks, it's because it was a trade I was not supposed to be in anyway. So I can't take that into account. And of course, at some point, those were valid trades. But as time has gone on, you can't do what? You do want dip? You want to try it? Okay. Hold on 1 second, baby. So anyway, so I noticed that I needed to change my auto break even to 22 ticks instead of 20, and then I should be good. So we'll see long term, because now with all the adjustments I made and things like that, I should be okay to do 22 ticks. Like I said, that trade would have still broken even no matter what. Which, I mean, I would have auto broke even, or not auto, would have manually broke even once we hit the overnight high, since we were going in for a buy and hitting a resistance level. All right, let me give my baby some dip real quick. have we pushed out? Hallelujah. All right. All right, that's an important level I gotta pay attention to. Hi, when we breach PA, it's finished. We have not reset. Okay. Depending on how long this stalls here, I may get into a sell off the new high, the new session high. I should have used the bathroom while I was gone. 1922. There's a lot of volume that just pushed through the market just now. See if we're gonna stay above a VWAP or go below it. There's 3,000 volume in this one candle. We've been in it for like 2 minutes, almost 3. Very slow day. Gotta wait again. Will we get a divergence trade or no? Looks like the VWAP is trying to hold. Still continue to push up. Who mentioned me? All right, we're just continuing to push up. I don't really, I'm not sure how I would feel if this reverses here, since it'll close on my resistance level. Please keep going. At least if it keeps going, I'll feel a little better about it. If everything else sets up properly. Only because when I was on my old Renko setting, I couldn't take any trades, any divergence trades there. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream and to the channel. Thank you. I think you're my 100th subscriber. I think so. You are. Thank you. All right, so we've cleared it now. The other problem is, I don't know if I have to break even there or not. If we get the proper setup for the sale. All right, let's see how long we could stall out here. Okay, or just keep pushing up. That's fine too. That is fine too. I need to use the bathroom, but I feel like I'm gonna miss it trading from. Yes, baby. Oh, I have to come get it. Hold on 1 second, okay? I did forget to get their cups ready. That's TT's fault. Oh, you're welcome. Now this is where I don't like the intraday drawdown. Yeah. But you know what? Because you do scalp, you have less of a hard time with it than these people who do intraday swinging though. Like I couldn't imagine getting in down here and having to worry about all the drawdown changes.
I don't know what big straw is.
You don't know where the straw. Did you find the cup? The straw is where did you find the cup at?
Mama found a cup.
Where was it? Was it in the dishwasher? So the straw, look where all the forks and stuff is. Look in that part. Okay? If you can't find it, I'm on my way. Gotta make sure I miss this straight. But yeah, that's the one thing about scalping that I do like is that I don't have to worry about the trail and drawdown. Like when I'm hitting the trail and drawdown, that's because my strategy is not right. Because the most that my trade or the most that the trail and drawdown can screw me is what? Well, now that I move that to 22 ticks, basically like maybe 5 points worth. You know, if I'm close to take profit and then we reverse to my break even. But aside from that, it's just a loss or a win. That's it. I hope she can find this thing because I don't feel like getting up right now. But I know he's thirsty. I just don't want to miss the trade. On a day like this where you don't have very many opportunities, we can't miss nothing. Bubba, did you find it? Probably not. I just don't know if I have to break even at this resistance level though. At that one. If this bar closes up, then I will be right back. All right, it's after 10 o'clock. So the slow market is going to be even slower. Why are you talking about 1 day passes? That was so long ago. Oh shit. It's the 10 o'clock lag. The question is, when it hits the resistance level, do I stay or do I go? Alright, I'm gonna stand it straight no matter what, so let me... Wait, no, I lied. Because if this changes, I do need to break even. So let me just wait. Hopefully we could push through this resistance level. We'll see. We came one tick. You see that lag? Let's see, am I missing something? No. All right, I am back. Let's see. Doesn't look like I missed anything. That buy was not a valid trade, so. And I can't get into this first sale. So we wait. It's a pretty nice trade. I don't like the lag that happened, but you know. Let's see, 47. So that trade was almost 2 minutes. Why is, oh, that's why. Hold on, guys. All right. I just switched the account that's showing over there because I hate when it's the follower account. It has all that extra data for no reason. Well, I mean, there's a reason, but it's pointless to have it on the chart over there. Well, you could just see target and the price. So we're back to break even. Cool. We should be all the way positive, but cool. It's all good. Where's my mouse? Oh. Alright, might as well write this one out. $84.25. Can't get into that sell either. Seller pressure came in right after the double bottom was created. Lord, the kids are fighting. This is a new pattern I learned while I was back testing last week. I realized there's certain this specific pattern. My minor level is here, and in order for it to be valid for the sale, that VWAP has to be under it. since the trend is a buy right now. Learned that last week. That was the only time I lost this particular pattern. So if I was going for a sell and the VWAP was above, or vice versa. So I learned that. And now that like the adjustments that I'm having to make each week are very minor, it's a lot easier for me to remember them. It's just in the beginning I was making changes so often, it was hard to remember them all. Oh shoot, the 80% off sale ends tomorrow. Probably gonna go back to 71% and half price resets, maybe. Uh-oh, my nephew's being a brat. I have to bring him in here with me. Requested payout on 2/1. Today, all of my requests were denied without any email. Should I open a ticket for this? Anybody experiencing problems with the new and improved trade copier? I set a trade this morning. The lead account quantity was a single contract. The trade copier doubled the number of contracts. Okay. We got 40 minutes left. See what happened with this pattern I was talking about? I actually would have broken even because buyer pressure came in right away, but either way, it only went 15 ticks in that direction and then reversed because I needed the VWAP to be below that yellow line, but as you can see, it's above it. Excuse me. we gonna get anything else that doesn't look like it? Alright. Can't take that buy even if it happens because we didn't clear this lower high right here. Do I look at level 2 in time and sales? Nope. Let me pause my music. Literally the only thing that I look at is the chart that I trade off of. I do have this type of Renko chart to the left of it. This is the King Renko, so this allows you to actually see what the price actually did, since Renkos is kind of like Hikanashi, where it's a fake open and close. So with the King Renkos, I can actually see all the data that's inside of it, which is important because when I first started developing my strategy, I developed it like based off of what I saw like this. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, we'll do the stop loss like this and the take profit like this. But I didn't see that, like, okay, inside of this bar, it would have popped back and hit my break even. But I would have never known because it's not like it popped outside, you know, of the bar. But yeah, that's literally all I have. I literally only look at volume and, you know, the VWAP, the support and resistance levels, the open, high, low, close, those levels. That's literally all I look at. I did have a, hold on, I did have a time and sales add-on to put on the DOM. It was free, but it was just too much going on. That was a lot. I think that let me see. Like, I literally just started even looking at volume. Now, I personally don't like the volume profile. And maybe it's just because I don't know how to use it yet, but I think because I'm on Rinkos, it just won't look the same anyway. It won't look the way that I see it look when other people are trading with it. But yeah, I just started trading with volume a little less than 2 months ago. That has been like the most, I wouldn't say difficult, but just learning volume patterns. It's taken this amount of time for me to figure out like what volume patterns I particularly want to look at when I'm trading my strategy. But I can say that it has helped tremendously. Like, despite all the red days and stuff that has happened since I started on YouTube, I can say that it has transformed my strategy tremendously trading with volume. It's been taking time for me to like correlate all the patterns that I'm looking for. But yeah. Hello there. Hi. You coming to say hi to TT? You gotta take your shoes off, baby. Here, take your shoes off. Say hello.
Hello.
Why you gotta have the mic so close?
Hello.
What? What you say, Granny? Yeah, he's with me. Oh no. No, leave my notebook alone. Can you go get your tablet so you can lay in the bed and watch your tablet? Why is you talking like the baby? You know how to talk. Why are you talking like that? You're so loud. Go get your tablet. You is a big boy. Go get your tablet, silly. But anyway, yeah, I did download from the NinjaTrader ecosystem. I downloaded this time and sales column. It's like a free add-on or whatever. But yeah, it was a bit too much information for me. at least in this moment. Let me see if I can oh, that was real ghetto of him. Jeez Louise. That is so bright. Yeah, so I downloaded this one from the NinjaTrader ecosystem. I did look at it a little bit, but yeah. Let me see. Do I have a super dom? Let's see if I'll see things a little different since I'm trading way different now. But I think I'll probably have to re-import it because I highly doubt. Hello? Oh, there it goes. Let's see. I know for sure I will not be taking this sell off the high. For sure. Because I have a support level right here that's going through the bar of that candle. So, yeah. All right, where did the dom go? Yeah, I've never found a need for you just made some real money. How much money we talking? So you traded your PA? It looks like we might be moving into a market that's tradable for us. Now that we've pushed beyond that overnight range. Let's keep our fingers crossed it stays that way. I know one of my excuse me. One of my trading buddies was saying how like last week his best trades were like between 12 and 1. And I was telling him that at one point I used to, you know, trade 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10 o'clock depending. I would only extend to 10 o'clock for crude oil. And then I would come back from 12 to 2. But I realized that long term that was not going to work for me, because by the time I find something to do in those 2 hours that I'm off the market or off the charts, I don't want to come back to the charts. So that's why it was a goal of mine to develop a strategy that could work the first 2.5 hours, and I can go about my day and not have to worry about coming back to the charts or anything like that. So anything that I need to do, whether it's doctor's appointments, this, whatever, it needs to be after 11 o'clock, really after 12. And I just have the rest of my day to do whatever I want to do. I don't want to have to come back to the charts. That's just me personally. Admin and streaming at the same time. Okay, we're pushing. It ain't an inside day no more. At all. Unfortunately, I only have about 25 minutes left. So we'll see what happens. Let's see, he's green. ES is parabolic. 150 in the PA. We love to see it. Wait, is this the one that you're close to payout on? Because weren't you at, I feel like you were at 20, were you at 2,200 or something last week? I can't remember. Or no, you were at 52. 52,000 was your balance, right? Did you start today with the same 52,000 or did you do some extra after I got off? That was a very nice push up. I wonder if, let's see, let's go back and look at that push. I would have gotten filled. So I'm wondering if, so remember I didn't get into this trade because we didn't clear this high, but I wonder if this high still mattered considering it was a lower high and not a higher high, because I know for sure if this was a higher high and we were trying to clear it, I would not get into it because clearly the uptrend isn't small. The uptrend isn't strong enough if we reverse at the previous high. But I wonder if it's a lower high, if it works the same way. That's something that I'll have to look into. Not a huge deal. Like I told you guys, I don't really care about getting every single trade that looks good, just as long as the ones that I do take win. That's all I care about. Technically I should look at the orders now, but we're at all-time highs, so there's no previous data to show resistance levels up there. Yeah, currently at 52.4. Okay, 200 away. We love to see it. One of the things that I am gonna do soon, I wanted to kind of like wait until I was closer to passing an account, but as I continue to gain a little bit more confidence in my ability to each week, as I make little adjustments to my strategy, I might end up doing it this week, we'll see. But I basically want to put like together a spreadsheet and like calculate how much I've spent with Apex so far. I don't know if I'll do it per, no, I won't do it per account because, well, I guess I kind of could, because all of the 5 accounts that I have are literally just the same accounts that I cycled. It's just I'm 17 through 22 because every time a better monthly sale came at the time, I went ahead and I canceled all of them and redid them. But either way, I want to determine how much I've spent with Apex so far. I know it's not that much. Like probably I'm mm, I'm pretty sure like maybe one payout from a 50K would cover everything that I paid to Apex since May of 2022. Mm, maybe two payout. No, it's probably one. I don't spend a whole lot with them, but I definitely want to do that. Like I did go back and I made an Excel spreadsheet for like all of the money that I've basically used out of my savings to support myself when I started losing hours at my last nursing job. And I could have probably gotten a job right away at that point, but I really just figured that was the time for me to start focusing on trading again. Like I'm getting older. I can't keep putting trading off to the side because this over here is easier and it's guaranteed when I know that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like I see older nurses and I don't know how they do it. I don't care what area of healthcare you work in. I don't know how anybody stays in healthcare for that long. I don't. So I did that. So I basically wrote down like, the date that I borrowed for myself, the amount, what account I downloaded, the account I borrowed from. Then like in the notes section, I just put like what it was for, whether it was for an indicator, bills, expenses, whatever. And then I have like a payback date because my goal is to pay myself back for every single penny that it costs me to live out of my savings for this time. So I kind of want to do the same thing with Apex where I figure out how much it cost me for that account total in the lifespan of it before I was able to convert it to PA and then get a payout. Hopefully, knock on wood. But I want to do that because I know that there are people that have spent a lot of money in this journey. I could not. I'm too much of a frugal person. I can't do it. But I get it. Like, I've seen people with evals in the 500s, with PAs in the 200s. That's a lot of money we talking about. Let's see. Did this hit the VWAP? It did not. 50. All right. Closest eval is at 52,330, and other probably won't make it. Like I said, told myself I need 10 evals with cushion, and I can leave where I'm at and work a second shift or third shift job and trade full time. Yeah, see, for me, mine wasn't planned. I just started losing my hours to an unlicensed nurse who failed her boards twice and still wasn't licensed by the time I left that place. So at that point, it was like, okay, we can go look for another job. And I don't really have I've been in psych for the last like 8 years, I think. And we don't really have a lot of psych jobs here. We don't have a lot of psych facilities here. So I'm kind of limited already with that. And I don't want to go into any other area of nursing. The 3 areas I'm okay with working in is psych, ICU, and children's. And I really don't like children's unless it's children's psych because I can't see kids sick all day. I just can't. I love taking care of kids. I love patient care. But seeing sick kids every day is a lot. I did my practicum in a cardiac ICU. I can't. So I'm pretty sure if mine wasn't forced, I would have still been working. I mean, I was only working 1 or 2 shifts a week anyway. Once I became debt free, I'm not sitting here slaving full time for y'all. For what? It don't take that much to pay my bills. Why is my nephew yelling my name? Hold on. Yes, baby. Yeah, 500 evals. It's way more than that because that person said that last year. Also get a raise to $50 an hour in June, so everybody think I'm crazy to want to quit because this is a job that requires no degree. The perfect world, I can make 3K a week trading easy. Exactly. Exactly. And see, that's the thing for me. So the last job that I was working, I believe I was getting paid 43 an hour, and I had only been there about 2 years. I had got like 4 raises while I was there, but because I was agency, that's why. Like, because I can renegotiate my contract every 3 months. Whereas there was a nurse who had been working there 8 years. Now, mind you, I think I had a higher level of degree than she had, but still, she had been working there for like 8 years and it was only getting paid 25 an hour. Who? And you have 4 kids. You tripping. But yeah, I think that some people just forget like jobs will be there. Now, mind you, I did apply to one job in like the last couple of months. I didn't want the job. So if I would have wanted the job, I would have gotten a call back. I would have gotten the interview and I would have gotten the job. Any job I've wanted, I got easily. But I didn't want it. It was more so like frustration, feeling like, okay, this is not working kind of thing. Maybe it's time for me to go back into nursing, just feeling that way. But I don't want to go back. It doesn't matter how much money I can make with nursing. I'm just not going to be satisfied ever. I'm not. And it's also why I just went ahead and broke even because seller pressure came in and we were going back towards the new session high. And why is that completely gone? I don't know. But that's why I never pursued a higher level of education in nursing, because why put myself in that kind of debt knowing that I don't want to do that forever? I don't. So what's the purpose? All right, I'm going to have to, sorry y'all. This thing is not working right. So I kind of have to flip back and forth between my workspaces. Also think about if the government try and get involved and place new requirements for props. You know what? I feel you on that, especially with the way Forex companies have been going under. The one thing that I can't say though is that we have to remember that the majority of these Forex prop firms, it's their fault why they are like under scrutiny right now. They were the broker and the prop firm. They were manipulating data. They had, employees on tape or, screenshots of them saying, hey, this trader is too successful. We have to can them. So when things like that happen, it's like, well, of course you got shut down. Of course you got in regulatory trouble. But also, I feel like we have to remember the end goal. Like, the end goal should never be to stick with a prop firm anyway. Like, your goal should be to make so much money that by the time, because it's not like Apex makes you go live as quickly and as early as other props do, right? So your goal, well, hello, should really be to get to a point where, you should be putting a certain percentage. What? You should be putting a certain percentage of your payouts off to the side to fund an account for when you're ready to get to that point. For sure. Because you're right. We don't know how long Apex is going to stay around, but the only thing we could do is ride that pony till it don't ride no more. It's the only thing we can do because we don't know. Excuse me. But I think just the fact that futures props do have that extra layer of, I don't want to say security, but there's still a middleman. They can't manipulate what Rhythmic or Tradeovate has going on. I would hope not, because why would you put your company at risk for a prop. No matter how much money they bring into you, that can get shut down quick. Because futures don't play. That's how I got that guy sent to jail. It was so easy. And it was mainly because all of his fraud, for the most part, had to do with what he was doing with binary options and futures for the most part too. But it was mainly binary options. But yeah. That's one of the reasons why I prefer the futures market, because it's so heavily regulated. But you never know, because these props continue to gain steam, and we really just don't know. Now, if Apex is truly copying traders like they say that they are, I think that helps a little bit. But again, we just kind of never know. 6.6, 5.9. Okay. My zigzag like detached itself. So I had to get the real number. But yeah. You need 50K to fund your personal. It's time to get to it. Like, I already have it laid out exactly, like when I do get to the point where I'm getting payouts and stuff, I already have it laid out, like what percentage will go to taxes, what percentage will go to funding a new account or a personal account, you know, all of that stuff. And then what percentage will go in my savings to pay myself back. I got all of that done. But that's because I'm a planner. So like, I have to know how things are going to go so that once I get to that point, it's like I don't panic because, oh, I reached this goal way too fast and now I don't know what to do. I can't operate that way. All right, we just had a pullback to my major level back here, but it's the first touch or the first pullback there. So I'm not gonna, that's why I didn't take it. And the overall trend bias is a buy, an uptrend. Only have 9 minutes left. Depending on what this does right here, I could possibly get into a sale. It just kind of depends. But it would need to stall here a little longer. The only thing I really care about most is once I'm back on a personal account, like hopefully the sim environment it translates. Because I remember I read in, I think it was the Apex group, the Facebook group, somebody said something about it's sim, it doesn't really matter or something. I think it was because somebody was asking about level 2 data or something. And then Daryl came behind the person and said, no, it actually does matter, you know. Not to say that level 2 data matters, but because the guy was trying to say that, well, you know, nothing really matters because all of this is sim. And Daryl did say that even though it's sim, it, you know, it pretty much attempts to mimic the real trading, the real market as best as possible. So as long as it translates, I'll be fine. My only issue right now is the inability to trade a personal account because I'm still on version 8.026 on Ninja, and that's not supported anymore. And I still cannot figure out which one of my indicators is making every upgrade since 2.6. So there's been a 8.027, 2.8, 8.1 point, and then there's a bunch of versions of 8.1. I don't know what is causing the lag. I have no idea. And it's not even a lag. It literally just freezes. Like my chart will just freeze and that's that. And then I have to reload everything and that's just too much. So I'm cool for now. But if anything, what I'll probably do once I get to that point, I'll probably just pay a coder to go through, and it could only be like a couple of the indicators that I use because most of them update when Ninja updates. So like my Ninja super pivot, the bar status, the Rincos, all of that updates. So it's not that. I kind of have a feeling it's my trade journal indicator. But no, because it was freezing before I put that on the chart. So I don't freaking know. I don't know. And I'm just going to wait to try to figure it out, because every time I try to go ahead and upgrade and slowly put things on the chart and can't figure things out, then I have to uninstall and downgrade. And the problem with downgrading, you have to remove everything from the NinjaTrader folder off of your computer. So now all of my trade history is completely gone, and that's irritating. Even though I have my online trade journal and my physical one, still when I do certain back testing, I want to actually see that I took those trades and what it looked like at the time. So you keep Thinkorswim up while you trade, it's the same. Okay, good then. But that's the thing. The government might say no more sim because companies are being able to manipulate. Yeah, that's very true. But then I guess my only question would be, like, it's a sim account, but it's still a sim account with this particular broker. So if there's any manipulation on sim, then the manipulation would fall back on Rhythmic and Tradeovate, right? It wouldn't fall back on Apex because Apex doesn't have control over it. The only thing I could see is the whole, defining it as a Ponzi, because you are paying traders from failed traders. But like I said, though, if they are truly copying traders, then that shouldn't be a problem, because there still is an actual product. But I don't know. I don't know. Now, I am wondering if the first pullback only matters if it's a lower low versus a higher lower low. I wonder, and why is that not on there? What the hell? Sorry, that's gonna mess up for a second. Yeah, I wonder if that matters. Let's see, we got 4 minutes left. Let's see. Ooh. So it might. No, I think I still do need to keep that a thing. At least for now. What I'll do is I'll just write down the first. I'll write down the first pullbacks in the little area that I do. Write down trades I didn't take that might be valid, that I have to figure out a pattern for. I'll just write it down because it looks like last week. Oh, but you know what? It wasn't last week. It was the week before that made me figure that out. So let me go. I feel like it was the week before. Was it not? Yeah, I feel like I should probably be okay with that. I just have to. Oh, Lord. Why is he yelling for Elmo? Child, calm down. My nephew is so loud. Oh, goodness. At least he's not in here doing all that yelling. Yeah, you know what? I might have to look at that because. Oh, no, there it goes. Let's see if that other pattern is there. It is. Yeah, I might have to look at that. We'll see. Well, let's see. You're just trying to think forward. I feel you. I'm a planner, so I do the same thing. Honestly, I do. There's so much to it. We just gonna get these PAs and then live accounts. Absolutely. And I'm gonna show my journey from you already seen the start, and we gonna keep going. You wanted to do a day trade account since they based in, or a trade day account since they based in Chicago. But I just heard about trade day kind of, well, I wouldn't say for the first time, but my girlfriend who trades, she has an account with them. I feel like I looked at their stuff at some point. Let me go look. Let me see if this is the. Let's see. Trade for a minimum 10 days. Be consistent. They trade only trade the permitted products. Don't lose. So they have end of day trailing drawdown. Keep the first 10K, 90%. Oh, they have a scaling plan. So the more money you have in the account, the bigger the positions you can trade. $50K is $165 a month. See, I know for me, like, I probably won't even look at any other props until I max out on Apex at 20 PAs. Because especially considering like the cost of some of them, which I get that they're not as big as Apex is, so they can't really afford to do the same kind of sales and everything. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, and I even told my girlfriend the same thing. I was like, girl, until I get 20 Apex accounts, I probably ain't. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we'll see. But I'm definitely open, you know, over time because shoot, especially if, you know, once you get to the point of being really consistent and you make a lot of money with Apex and they make you go live, if I'm not mistaken, if you choose not to, you have to you can't have an Apex account for like a year, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to set out for a year. So during that year, are you going to do personal accounts? Are you going to do other props? I don't know. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Probably for me, it'll be personal accounts and I'll see y'all in a year. But yeah. But I thank you guys for tuning in. What I can do, let's see. All right, so on the 50Ks, we pretty much, I mean, we're at break even for the most part. So I'm just missing a little bit of trail and drawdown out of that account. On the 25K, I'm at 750 for that particular account. So it's cool. And hopefully we have a better trading week. I hope we don't have multiple days this week of this mess. But again, like I said last week, the biggest thing for me is if I'm not super red on days like this, I know I'm moving in the right direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry I couldn't trade more, but it is what it is. Hope you guys are having a good trading session. And if you're not, turn it around before the market closes. But thanks for tuning in, you guys. Let's see, they got half off for February. You're trying to figure out if it's a fee once you pass because it don't say. I'll look it up. And then if I find the information, I'll send it to you on Discord. Yeah, I'll send it to you on Discord. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. See y'all tomorrow.